Hey man, just giving you a quick call. I just wanted to let you know that you are so close, dude. You're so much closer than you think. A lot of these big goals that we've had and these big aspirations, they're right around the corner for you, dude. So you just cannot give up. So stoked for you to see this. P.S. We bought a Lambo. So keep going, bro. We'll talk soon. Peace.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Bryson. This is the Bryson Everyday Project podcast. This podcast is a little bit different than other ones out there. Here, I only focus on documentation. I don't focus on quality or being professional or being entertaining. If that sounds like something you're interested in, I'd love for you to stick around and give the show a listen. You can also follow me on Instagram at BRQUSE. Thank you so much. Here's the show.
What's going on? Today is January 1st, 2026. Dude, what the hell? It is 8:38 p.m. I'm going to hurry and record this. It's going to be short and sweet, I believe. And that's going to be it. So, first show of the year. Pretty cool. This year we're going to hit episode 1000, which is cool. I mean, I guess technically we'll hit 1100, so that's cooler. But anyway, yeah, it's January 1st, so that's cool. Happy New Year. So today, Lexi and I actually got off to a great start this year. We slept in till noon. That was not planned. I don't think either of us wanted to do that, but she is recovering from being a little under the weather, a little sicky poo, and now she's doing a lot better. So I think it was good that she slept as long as she did, just to let her body recover. I had no anticipation of sleeping as long as I did. We both went to bed around 1 last night, just because we were up for the new year. We just stayed home, did our own thing, and we played Monopoly. I won. Well, there was no winner, but we agreed that I won because of it being late and kind of based on the circumstances of the game. So maybe she could have come back and won. I don't know, but we agreed that I won. So hell yeah, I won Monopoly, one of my favorite board games of all time. And we watched the ball drop, that stuff on our TV, and then we went outside and we shot off these little TNT cannons, these little ornaments or whatever. I gave her some for Halloween, and still hasn't popped them. So, or pulled a string on them, I should say, whatever you want to call it. So we used those. We had a total of 12, and all we did was we went out on our little deck, our little patio, and we just screamed Happy New Year. Didn't hear anybody else. Saw fireworks in the distance, which is cool, and then we popped off all 12 of those little things. And that was how we spent New Year's. And then after that, we went upstairs and went to bed. I just did some mini chores, like doing some dishes very quickly. I mean, just some basic, easy, tidy up stuff to start the new year off right. And then we proceeded to sleep in until 12, which, yeah, I mean, I guess that's nice that we got to sleep and be rested and all that stuff. But if her and I are usually up and moving around 5:30, it's kind of like we just shit on 6 hours of our day. 6 hours is a long time. That is a long time. So kind of sucks, but what can we do about it, I mean, we got good, nice, peaceful rest. I don't know how we can complain about that, but I guess relative to what we wanted to do, which was have 6 more hours in the day to do whatever we wanted to do, we don't get that, so it's fine. But that's how Lexi and I have entered into the new year. I have put zero thought. Well, that's not true. I put a little bit of thought into kind of what I would like to achieve this year, what I'd like to be better at, what I want to focus on, things like that. And so I might just quickly go over that for this episode and then just call it. I don't know. I like the whole New Year's resolution energy. I talked about this yesterday. I like how everyone wants to be better. I like everybody's setting goals and then being public about it. I love that stuff. But I don't know. I guess there's enough patterns in my life to recognize that people do the same shit year after year. Nothing changes for the most part, and it's just a really big hype fest, and nothing comes of it. And I like when I'm wrong about this, because I like when people actually do stick to what they say they're going to do and they change. But Alex Ramosi has a good perspective on this. It's something to the extent of, if a change you want to make in your life is a good thing, then you should make the change now. You shouldn't wait to make the change to do a good thing till later. And if you do, or what did he say? You just shouldn't wait to make a good change in your life till later. And you should especially start when it's hard, when it's busy, when it's inconvenient, because that will come in handy later. Because that, for example, if you have a full week of finals and you have a crazy family party every single night, and you are also, I don't know what you're doing something else, everything all combined, and it's hectic and it's crazy and there's so much going on, the best time to start would be then, because once you make it through that will be kind of your new bar. So when things get hard in the future, you'll say, well, I went through that finals week with all the parties and all the blah, 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 and I didn't drink one sip of alcohol, and I was perfect on my diet, and I went to the gym. So if I can do it then, I can do it now. And that becomes the new standard for you, the new bar, the new standard of what's required to, I don't know, whatever you're trying to do. So I like that a lot. It is easier said than done, because, as much as we want to start and be better now, we always think about what we're going to sacrifice, what we're going to miss out on, things like that. But I don't know. I think it's a great point of view, great perspective. If what you're going to start is a good thing, then why would you ever wait or delay starting that good thing? So I guess one of the things that I would like to do one of the things I'd like to do in this new year, well, I guess just starting right now, is to just be better about starting things that I know are beneficial to me, even though I might, quote, miss out on things. So I want to start my own blade, but part of me doesn't want to start it because it's not officially on the app, and I'm not tracking it on the app, and the app is not public, and nobody else has access, but I don't know. And I'm really trying to think of everything. I want to make one blade. So in case you don't know, a blade is just a bundle of tasks you commit to adhering to or omitting from your life for a specified amount of days. Same exact idea as 75 Hard. And I want to make something that encompasses everybody's issues or demons or whatever they're facing into one, and then kind of make it a central starting spot or something. I don't know, because the idea with this app is that it's merciless in the sense that you do it or you don't do it. There's no soft bullshit. There's no skip days. There's no vacation mode. And it's, I guess a more ruthless or a more hardcore app, because I saw the most change and growth in myself when I followed something so rigid, so strict. And I do believe that a lot of other people in this world could benefit from that as well. And I do believe that 75 Hard is the answer to a lot of issues in the world, just by pushing yourself to the level of discomfort that the program does, and also making you realize that you're really in your head about everything. Things are much easier. You actually get your perception of time, your awareness of time, I should say, increases drastically, because you are aware of how much time you've been throwing away. So you might say, 2 workouts a day, got to read 10 pages, got to do this, drink water, whatever. It takes so much time. It doesn't. It's 90 minutes of exercise. You should be doing that anyway, to some extent. So, maybe not 90 minutes every single day, but quick disclaimer, never listen to any word I ever say ever. I'm lying about everything, and you should absolutely consult a doctor for everything. So there's my disclaimer. So, yeah, do whatever you want to do, but you should be exercising anyway. You should be eating healthy anyway. You should be drinking water anyway. You should be reading something anyway. I don't know. It's just my belief. So, but I think making a program into something that encompasses more than just what 75 Hard is, I think is very beneficial. And then allowing you to create your own subtasks, if you want to call them that, to do your own thing alongside something like 75 Hard. So you could do 75 Hard and then also make another task that you follow alongside it for maybe,
you are doing some kind of meditation, or maybe you're doing some kind of Bible study, or maybe it's a once a week thing where you have to go to church or something like that, So that's the idea. And I don't even know where I was going with all this, but yeah, I'm trying to think of something that can encompass a lot of people's starting spots and throwing in some very general things. So, for example, no drugs, no alcohol, no chew, no nicotine, no vapes, no video games, things like that. Now, I've never done drugs in my life, but that would be a blade that I'd commit to because it encompasses everything. And I guess that would make it so I complete more tasks, but that's not the goal there. The goal is to commit to something that other people can also commit to that might be hard for them in one way, easy for me, but hard for me in one way and easy for them, So maybe it's an easy example, but I don't do drugs, never done drugs. So if I commit to this of no drugs, one of the tasks being no drugs, that's cake for me. That's zero difficulty for me. I've never done drugs, so it's fine. But, we'll say video games. I like to play video games occasionally. That's nice. It's very enjoyable. So that would be hard for me. But what if another person committed to the same blade and they have never played video games in their life? They think they're stupid, but they are addicted to drugs. That would be hard for them. So we're doing the same blade. It's very difficult for both of us, but for different reasons. I think that's the point. Not to mention, if we're doing exercise or we're doing following in a diet or whatever they choose for their exercise or whatever they choose for their diet should be hard for them. And whatever I choose for my diet and exercise should be hard for me, period. And we should only strive to accomplish the things in which are difficult for ourselves to overcome, not the things that are easy or hard for other people, because we're all doing our own thing. I think I talked about this a while ago, but I almost feel like you can't take anybody's advice or anybody's stance on anything because they're approaching whatever it is from their unique set of experiences that they have gone through in their entire life. So everybody's opinion and judgment stems from a very, very unique set of chronological experiences that they have gone through to arrive at their conclusion or whatever that they're facing or whatever they're talking about. So whenever somebody gives you advice, their path to get to that conclusion is going to be very different than the path that takes you to get to your conclusion about whatever it is. And now maybe it's very similar, and that does happen a lot. So you can't rule out what other people say as bullshit 100% of the time, but I think we should just have our filters on, our detectors a lot more of the time. But whatever, it's neither here nor there, I guess. But yeah, just trying to think of things like that. So, and I was thinking about other prerequisites, other things that a blade must consist of. And I almost want to make it so every blade, the default rules that are included in every blade are follow some sort of diet, exercise 30 minutes, something like that, because I thought about it. And if you're doing a blade, I think it's very important to encompass as many areas as you can of your life into one thing. So rather than it just being all physical, or rather than it just being all educational or all, I don't know, whatever else you want to do, it would be good if it consisted of more than one area of your life. But I don't know. I think a lot of the beauty in this is that you can customize it to yourself depending on what you want to focus on in your life at any given point in time. So I don't know. But anyway, just working on that a little bit more, fix that error, and I've been moving on from that. Talked about it yesterday, so it's very cool. And you know what? I think I'm going to end it there. That's all I want to say. I can talk about some stuff tomorrow, but that's all I have. That is episode 1 of the new year. So I think we're on 805. I think it's 805, yeah, because yesterday it's 805. It's episode 805. Today's January 1st, 2026, 8:51 p.m. Thank you for listening. Talk to you soon. Peace.